Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Botev Plovdiv. We are back a little earlier than expected because we are in the Europa League first qualifying round, first leg, and we are up against Bohemians of Dublin, the Republic of Ireland. That's a weird way of saying it. Anyway, we are going to be playing 2 matches in today's episode, and we're going to see if we can actually do anything in the Europa League. I'm hoping we're better than Bohemians. We should be better than them. Before we go too much further, we will quickly discuss some of the transfers that have taken place. 4 players have left the club. Filip Filipov has gone to Alki for some small amount of money. Konstantin Nishev has also left for a small amount of money as well. So has Modibo Dembele. And Brazilian left-back Ebert has also left the club. He's gone to Botev Vratsa, maybe, something along those lines. All in all, we brought in £95,000, which isn't actually a lot of money. We did get our transfer budgets sort of readjusted shortly after the end of the first episode, so we had a little bit more money to play with. I've bought a number of players. The first of those players, a first of 10 players in fact, to join the club, 5 of them on permanent, 5 of them on loan deals, is 34-year-old Colombian defensive midfielder, that's what I bought him for, Abel Aguilar. He is 34 years old, he's going to be 35 on the 6th of January, and he's broken his leg. So, I mean, he's come in as a defensive midfielder. Like I said, deep line playmaker, that's what I was going to play him as, and the bugger has broken his leg before he's even played a game for us. Next up is a young central defender, Sveti, maybe? Nedelchev. I can probably say the last bit. He's joined from Montana on a free transfer. Montana in Bulgaria, not in America. He's got a bit of potential. 2-star current ability, 4-star potential. Might get a few games here and there. We have also bolstered our goalkeeping position with Alan Sherry, the 21-year-old Albanian joining the club on a free transfer. He's actually 3.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability. He's a lot better than I thought he would be. He might be playing a lot more games this year than I expected. For a small amount of cash, I think it was about 20 million, I was nearly going to say then, £20,000, we have signed 16-year-old regen Radislav Nenov from Dobruzja 1919. Apparently, 1.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. He was actually found by my head of youth development. He kind of went, hey, buy this guy. And I went, yeah, you know what? He looks pretty good. Attacker midfielder, got a lot of years ahead of him. Hopefully, we will see a number of those years playing for us. And finally, because Aguilar broke his leg, we had to buy another defensive midfielder. It's Lashazar Kotev. He has signed from Vitosha Bistrista. I'm going to ruin all of these names, and I apologise. If you're Bulgarian or understand how to pronounce these names properly, you're just going to have to deal with it until I work out the right way of saying it. Lashazar has joined the club for, I think it's about £30,000. He's a very good player. He's wanted. I'm assuming that's on loan. It is on loan. He's not going to be going on loan because he's probably going to be playing a number of matches. 2.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability. I like the look of him. He's quite good. Now, to talk about the loan players, we need to talk about our new feeder club, Lech Poznan in Poland. We have signed a deal with them. I had nothing to do with this. I just joined, and then a few days later they went, hey, we've signed a deal with Lech Poznan. And I think we can play as many loan players as we want. So we have signed 5 players from Lech Poznan on loan. Most of them were in their under-21 squad. We've got a couple of first-team players, and one name you might even recognise if you're a Reading fan, possibly, or maybe Hull. It is this man, Thomas Quaker. It's probably not pronounced Thomas Quaker, the 31-year-old now versatile player. He's saying he's naturally a right back, but he can also play as a deep line playmaker and a deep line playmaker in central midfield. He can play as a left back if you really wanted. The only positions he can't play is a striker and a goalkeeper, and I'm pretty sure if you stuck him up front, he'd probably do okay at that as well. Former Wigan, Oldham, Derby, Reading, Barnsley, Blackpool and Rochdale player. There you go. He's been around England for a number of years, and now he's joined a team in Bulgaria. Next up to join from Lech Poznan is 20-year-old Polish goalkeeper Milos Mleczkov. There's no V at the end. Mleczko? I don't know. Milos is here. He's going to be a backup, although he is 3-star current ability, so he might get a number of games for us. All of these players, by the way, as well, have come in on backup loan deals, or as many as I could possibly get joined on backup loan deals. Central midfielder Jakub Moder has joined as well. He's a natural Mazzala box-to-box midfielder and a deep-lying playmaker, which is great. He's a versatile midfielder, and I think he is bloody good. He's probably going to be one of the first names on the team sheet for us, I think. Next up is Dawid Kermanowski. Yes, Kermanowski's correct, from Lech Poznan. They're all from Lech Poznan. I don't know why I felt the need to announce that once again. He is a young striker. He's going to be sitting on the bench, I suspect, for a lot of the season, with Fodor being our number one striker. 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. He might get a lot of games for us, who knows? And finally, attacking midfielder on the right-hand side, a little bit on the left as well, is Timotus Klups, maybe. He has signed, he's here for the whole season. 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability. He's going to provide a little bit of cover, and I guess a little bit of competition on that right-hand side for Todor Nedelev, who is quite clearly our best right midfielder. So transfer business concluded then. The window is still open. I believe there might be a couple more players coming in. I don't think we need too many more people. We've spent £45,500. We brought in just under £100,000. We're going to jump in to the match against Bohemians and see how well we can do in the Europa League. Okay, cancel that. We've signed another player before we've got to the match against Bohemians. Andrian Dimitrov has also signed on a free transfer, formerly of Spartak Pleven. He's not exactly a prolific striker with 6 goals in 30 games and 2 in 20 for Ludogorets 2, but I think he's a good young player, gonna sit in the reserves or under 19s or whatever it is for a season or two, I think. Here we go then, first competitive game with Botev Plovdiv. For some reason, I think we're wearing our away kit. I don't know why we're wearing our away kit, but it doesn't matter. We're up against Bohemians. I did have a quick look at some of their players. They're not great, are they? So, I suspect, I mean, they don't even have a full squad either. I suspect we should be beating them, considering this guy is going to be their goalkeeper. He's okay. Why do they think he's terrible? He's actually not awful. The starting lineup we are going to go for then. We are going to play this formation, which is a formation that I was playing with Dunkirk, slightly tweaked a little bit. There's a few minor changes, but nothing massive. So it's going to be a 4-2-3-1, really. I mean, it does say it's a wide isometric because we've got the deep line playmaker and the Mazzala in the middle, but that's what we're going to go with, and hopefully it does work for us. So in goal is going to be Daniel Kaiser. He will be our number one keeper for the season, although Alan Sherry, who's currently unregistered. Why are you not? Yeah, because he joined after we registered our Champions League squads, I believe. So, Europa League, sorry. So yeah, Alan Sherry might be our number one keeper. For this, though, it's going to be Daniel Kaiser. Jonathan, Terziev, Pirogov, and Marin will be our back four. Lashazar Kotev will be that deep-lying playmaker with Baltanov just in front of him. Todor Nedelev on that right-hand side. Antonio Vutov on the left-hand side. Stanislav Shopov will be in the middle, with Fodor up front playing as a target man. I'm concerned that this is not going to work because I've changed our striker to be a target man and I expect him to just pass backwards to these people. Maybe. Oh, hold on. Let's do that. Let's make you as an inside forward because you are our best player on the pitch. We need you, Todor, to be getting a lot of the ball. Now, I will go through some of the players at a later date, but right now I feel like we just need to get into the season because I don't really know a huge amount about these players either. I've asked the assistant to pick the starting lineup. I've gone, seems pretty good to me. I've had a little look at some of the other players, like maybe Kotev shouldn't be our number one deep-lying playmaker. Maybe someone else should be, but we've gone for Kotev for this. So I will be showing the players maybe in the next episode, because the next episode might be, let's go through the actual squad and the start of the season. Possibly. Who knows? Next episode might be more Europa League football. I will be playing on the 3D camera for the season. I don't like the 2D camera. I might be playing around a little bit with the actual camera itself because right now, I'm not quite sure whether it's in the right place. Early chance for Nedelev. His free kick clips the top of the bar. 7 minutes in. We've had all of the shots so far, nothing on target, and their right back is slightly injured. Corner for Todor Nedelev, takes it towards the middle. Vutov is there. Talbot gets down well to save the ball. It is still 0-0, 20 minutes on the clock. The highlight is going to continue over the halfway line. Jonathan, the Brazilian, can control it to Terziev. He's going to stand perfectly still. Kotev back to Jonathan now. Is he going to run forward? I'm hoping we've got wingers, or wing-backs, sorry, who love to run with the ball. Instead, he gets tackled. Terziev's going to pick the ball up and possibly play it all the way back to Daniel Kaiser in the Botev Plovdiv goal. No, he doesn't. Plays it across to Marin. Marin and Nedelev are our two best players, I believe, on paper. Fodor gets the ball, kicks it weirdly over to Jonathan. Jonathan is not going to run down that side as he crosses it in. Instead, Dore said doesn't get it. Shopov can control. Edge of the area, goes for goal. Stanislav Shopov has scored our first ever goal for Botev Plovdiv. We are 1-0 up. against Bohemians in the Europa League. Well, so far, we are 25 minutes in. We've had all the chances. Nedlev's corner comes in. It's Terziev at the back post. It's 2-0 against Bohemians. As I was trying to say before, I was rudely interrupted by us scoring a second goal. We have had all the chances. We've had a lot of the ball as well. Looks like we're going to be going through to the second qualifying match. Another corner for Nedlev. 35 minutes on the clock. Shopov doesn't quite get the ball. It's cleared. Baltanov is going to get there. He plays it back to Jonathan. He's going to run towards that right-hand side. He's got no support because Nedlev took the corner and Jonathan's now been tackled by Corcoran. Corcoran back to O'Hora. Corcoran once again. Friel. They are having a little bit of the ball right now and I'm not sure I'm a big fan of that. O'Hora. Corcoran. Friel once again. Edge of the area. Goes for goal from distance. Hits it just wide of the post. Less of that, please. Half-time then, it is 2-0 to Botev Plovdiv. It's looking very comfortable. I was expecting it to be comfortable. I was hoping it would be more comfortable. No changes at half-time, and the usual problem that I have with this game, and by this game I mean Football Manager 2019, is our strikers may as well not be on the pitch. Fododore, 6.5. He's probably not had a single shot of those 14 that we've had. Marin with a throw on 67 minutes. Baltanov to Kotev. He's got a bit of space on that right-hand side. Finds Nedlev, who plays it back to Jonathan. We need to really get Nedlev on the ball more. All he's done is take set pieces. Jonathan's cross is awful. Jonathan, so far in this match, is proving to me that maybe we need another right-back. Shopov to Baltanov. He's back to Shopov once again. Baltanov's there if he needs him. Plays across to Lazar Marin, who crosses in. Fododore is there. And Dore's effort is just over the bar. His first effort on goal. And his last effort on goal, because he's going to come off for Christian Dobrev. Let's have a quick look at Christian Dobrev. He is inside forward on that right-hand side. Okay, fair enough. We're playing him as a striker, though. Do we do any other changes while we're here? Maybe Baltanov off. Baltanov off for this man. I don't know if he's any good. He's pretty good as a Mazala. Danchev. Is he a new signing? He's not a new signing. He's 18 years old. We've got a lot of children in our squad who seem to be able to do a job, which is good. I'd like to get a third goal, I think, and then we can go to Ireland and then we don't have to worry about losing, because I can't see them beating us 3-0. I can see them beating us 2-0, particularly if they score a goal here. This is not going to be good. Marin with the ball. Danchev goes straight over his head but does get it across to Kotev now, who's gone for goal from distance, and it is a good save, question mark. It is a save from the goalkeeper. Nedelev is going to go over to take it. It's towards the back post. It's not a very good corner and Talbot can easily claim the ball. Brian with a throw back to Scott. The Irish team now with the ball deep in their own half. Scott once again. McCabe back to Brian. Now Barrett on that right-hand side. Doyle. Barrett again. Can we just take the ball off them, please, and maybe counter-attack? Corcoran back to McCabe. I'm pretty sure Corcoran is not pronounced like that at all, but I'm going to stick with it. Barrett to Doyle. Bohemians are passing it around like they're Barcelona right now. Friel on the halfway line. Plays it forward, intercepted by Danchev, and now we can break to Dobrev. He needs a little bit of support. He's crossed it to Vutov in the area. Vutov has to make it 3 and doesn't make it 3. Talbot makes a save. Nedelev, of course, is going to be going over to take this corner. It's deep. It's going to go all the way over the top, apparently. Terziev's going to chase it down, the central defender, but the ball is cleared. Just about into injury time, we're going to bring off Antonio Vutov, who is playing very badly for some reason. He's dropped down to a 6.4. I don't know what he's done. We're going to swap Klups and Nedelev. Nedelev can basically play everywhere. We're going to make you a winger on attack. We're going to make you a winger on... Sure, yeah, why not? You'll be fine there. Maybe Dobrev shouldn't be a target man. You can go attacking. I'm just playing around with this formation just to see if it works. So far, I think a 2-0 victory against Bohemians isn't the best result. We probably should have put 4 or 5 past them. Marin with the ball to Nedelev. We've got seconds left to play. It's going to be a 2-0 victory here in Bulgaria. We are going to go into the second leg with a 2-goal lead. I would have liked a 3-goal lead. I would have liked a 4-goal lead, but unfortunately, football, and Football Manager in particular, doesn't seem to want to play that way. 21 shots, 12 on target, only 2 goals to show for it. Something isn't working quite right up front. Fododore getting a 6.5, Vutov getting a 6.4. I don't know why he got a 6.4. I'm assuming because of his 0% cross completion ratio. Maybe don't take crosses, mate. We do actually have our opponents for the next round. I can't remember who it is. We're going to have a quick look at that in a second. Brand beating Linfield 8-0. Alkashert beating Diffradange 9-0 away from home as well. That's pretty impressive. Rangers beating Penarossa 6-0. I mean, a lot of these teams I've never heard of. So if we go and have a look at we are the best placed second qualifying round, we will be up against Trans of Estonia or Zalgiris of Lithuania. Have they played their first match? They have. It was a 1-1 draw. That doesn't help me at all. With 2 own goals. Great. Right, we now have another pre-season friendly, despite the fact our season's kind of already started, and then we're going to be up against Bohemians. I will join you the other side of the pre-season friendly. There might be some transfers that have taken place. I'm expecting not, because I think all my transfers are now done. There might be a couple of players that leave the club, however. We are back then in time for the Bohemians match. We've played one match in between the 2 Bohemians matches, and that was against our feeder club at Martisa, who we beat 6-2 away from home, but they are an amateur side about 4 divisions lower than us, so you'd kind of expect that to happen. The starting lineup we're going to go for this match then, in goal, is going to be the Albanian goalkeeper Alan Sherry, who has now been registered for the Europa League. Jonathan Terziev, Pergov and Marin will be the back 4, with Botev and Baltanov in the middle. I don't think there's been any changes as the back 6, I guess. Then, in the attacking midfield positions, this is where I've done some changes. Kloops is going to be that right-handed midfielder, with Todor Nedlev moving across to be the attacking midfielder in the middle. Antonio Vutev gets another chance on that left-hand side. Christian Dobrev is going to be the striker for this match, and that's because Fodor has, I think, dislocated his shoulder or something like that. He's damaged his shoulder, so we're out for 11 days to 3 weeks. We do have a fairly large squad here. We've got a number of players who aren't registered for the Europa League, which kind of makes sense. Players like Thomas Quaker, maybe you should go on to the bench instead of somebody. I don't know who. You! I don't know who you are. Right, Quaker is on the bench. Maybe. Oh, actually, you know what? Quaker, you can be our right-sided fullback today. Bohemians are looking a little bit more attacking for this match, as they've gone for 2 up front, as opposed to, I think they had a striker just behind, or an attacking midfielder just behind the striker. Doesn't matter, we're still 2-0 up after the first leg. I'd like an away goal. An early away goal, and then we can basically forget about this match, can't we? 11 minutes on the clock, and we've got our first highlight. It starts with Bohemians deep in their own half. Terziev heads the ball, though. Botev, back to Pergov, across to Lazar Marin. He's going to have to run forward and cut straight inside. Goes direct towards the edge of the area, goes for goal. It's an easy save from Talbot, but that was our left back doing that run there. That was a bit weird. Marin with the throw on, forward to Nedlev. Chests it down, tries to cross it in, but hits the first man. Marin across to Baltanov. He's got a load of space, plays it back instead to Pergov. Is he going to go forward to Marin? Vutov to Baltanov. We've got lots of ovs and evs. Nedlev runs in towards the goal and tries to chip it over the goalkeeper. A little dink, but it's straight into Talbot's hands. One thing I forgot to mention, Dobrev, the striker, he's not playing as a target man, by the way. Corner comes in, they've scored an own goal. No, they haven't. Pergov's claiming that. That looked like Pender headed that in. I'm not too fussed because we are 1-0 up, 3-0 on aggregate. We've got an away goal as well. It was not Pender. It was a very good header, actually, from the centre-back. I'm starting to think we're doing well at corners because we've scored 3 goals in 2 games and 2 of them have been defenders. It is 1-0 at half-time. We're doing okay. I'd like to have more. Christian Dobrev, no chances at all. Good job. For the second half, we're going to go strikerless because I've had enough already. We've played 1.5 matches and I'm fed up of my strikers never having chances. So, Dobrev has come off. Stanislav Shopov has come on. Are they brothers? So that's Vasil Shopov and we also have Stanislav Shopov. They are not, they are just both Shopovs. Fair enough. So yeah, we're going to go for that and see if it makes a difference. It probably won't. If this works, by the way, we're probably going to go strikerless for the whole season. Throw on for Quaker to take the Polish international. Back to Quaker once again. Botev. I'm pretty sure he's a Polish international. I just assumed. Nedlev to Shopov. Kloops crosses in, ? Marin. Shopov is there. And we have gone 2-0 up. The attacking midfielder, Stanislav Shopov, gets his second goal of the season, our second goal of the game. We are going through to the next round to play a team from either Estonia or Lithuania. At this point, I will change this to be latest scores, see if I can find that match. I can't remember the names of the teams, so we're not going to bother. Leahy to Keane, that is a dangerous tackle, but somehow we've managed to get away with it. McCabe, back to Leahy. McCabe, once again, Bohemians do have a little bit of the possession on that left-hand side. Crosses in, and they've gone and scored a bloody goal. Dini Corcoran has made it 2-1. It's 4-1 on aggregate. We're still not going to go out of this unless they score a stupid amount of goals in the next 25 minutes. But to concede is not best pleasing for me. Right, we're going to change something up. Baltanov not doing so well at the moment. Vasil Shopov can come in as that Mazala. He's okay as a Mazala. Yeah, that seems good to me. We've got the old Shopov brothers that aren't related at all. We've got one more sub to do. I'm wondering whether can you play as an attacking midfielder? No, you can't. Okay, Danchev on for Nedlev. I'm wary about just like running Nedlev into the ground. You can be an advanced playmaker on support. See if that makes a difference. I honestly don't know what I'm doing with tactics, by the way. Well, since the changes, nothing has happened. We are 1 minute away from the end of the match. Kotev with the ball for us. Danchev gets it back to Kotev. Kotev absolutely knackered. Danchev again. Klups. Where's he going to go? Danchev getting a lot of the ball since he's come on. It's Vutov now, edge of the area. Danchev once again, number 19. Takes a few touches to Shopov. Danchev, he's pulling all the strings in the middle there. Marin heads it off for a goal kick. And is that the end of that? Was that I was expecting that to be a highlight. It wasn't. Danchev just got a hell of a lot of the ball, and that was about it. So we have gone through in the Europa League. Let's have a quick look down here to see who we're going to be playing. Why? I don't know why I'm looking on this list. It's probably easier to just read our news. It's Trans. We're playing Trans. There you go. I've just seen it. We've also picked up £215,000. That is a decent amount of money. And we are up against JK Narva Trans from Estonia. Let's have a quick look at some of their players, shall we? Their number one goalkeeper is Marko Miritz. He's not awful. He's okay. This man is from the Ivory Coast. He's not great, which is promising, as he's played 147 times for them. This might be their number one striker, and he's rubbish. I'm okay with this. We should be beating Trans. I tell you what we will do next episode. We will do these two matches here. I'm not going to do every Europa League match because I imagine it's going to get fairly tedious, particularly if we're entering in the qualifying rounds every season. So we're going to miss out on the Dunav game. We're going to miss out on the Trans first match, the home leg. We're going to play against Sarsko Selo. Why am I playing against a team that I can barely pronounce their name? And then the second leg against Trans away from home. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2019 with Botev Plovdiv. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button and I'll be back next time for our second league game and the return leg against Trans in the Europa League. And I don't know who we'll get in the next round if we go through that.